So what's going on guys, Fly here, and today I'm back with another GTA 5 online video. Now before we get into it, I do just want to apologise for if I sound a little bit weird, as I am quite sick at the minute, so I do apologise for that. If you think that I sound a little bit weird, that is entirely why. I just wanted to get this out of the way before the entire video started. So without further ado, if you guys do enjoy the video, go and leave a like down below as it really would show me your support, and subscribe for more GTA 5 online videos just like this one. Now, let's go. Now, in this one, I am actually going to be talking about the cut features, the missions, and much more, which were removed from the game before the final release of GTA 5. Now, all of this is seemingly single player only, bar a couple of things. I just wanted to make that clear so there's no comments asking whether any of this could ever be for GTA Online. So, let's first off start with some character names, and what the characters in the game were once planned to be named before the release. So Trevor was supposed to be named Simon, Michael was supposed to be named Albert, Steve Haynes was going to be named Mitch, Wade was going to be Clyde, Jimmy was Kevin, and finally Lester was going to be named Jerry. So I think at least the Lester name seemed very fitting of it. I think both Lester and Jerry very much fit his character and his physical appearance very much. The other ones I'm not too sure about. Jimmy and Kevin I guess are a bit interchangeable. He doesn't really play an integral part of the story for the most part. Wade being named Clyde, I think that works perfectly well. Steve Haynes, I prefer the name Steve Haynes over Mitch, but whatever. It's the main protagonists I feel like have the biggest thing with the names, and I don't think naming Michael Albert and Trevor Simon were really ever going to work out. I don't particularly like the sound of that name. Maybe that's just because we've got so used to hearing them as Michael and Trevor, but maybe, I don't really know. I think I prefer the names that we have now than Simon and Albert, but it still would have been a pretty cool thing to have them have completely different names. So next let's move on to some cut missions. Now I'm going to mention some but not all of them as that would take far too long. So first, Michael was supposed to have a mission in which he stole a Harrier jump jet for Solomon Richards. And also another which was of course cut where he saves the film studio for Solomon too. An entire heist named the Sharmuta job was cut, and it actually had 3 options for it. You could go night stealth, high impact, and clown day stealth, and it had 2 preparation missions. Now I personally can't believe this was cut, as I would absolutely love to try those 3 options, as they do seem really cool. We already know we're going to be getting some single player story DLC, so it's entirely possible that we could be getting some heists not just for online, but also offline, which would include things like this Sharmuta job heist. A mission in which Franklin stole a helicopter with weed for Barry was cut, which again seems really cool, so it's a bit disappointing that that was cut. Vigilante missions were cut, which also sound like they would have been a longer ongoing thing, so again that's a bit disappointing. In Grand Theft Auto Online, drug dealing was removed. Basketball, air hockey, pool, bowling, and weightlifting are all minigames that were also removed from the game before release. For GTA Online, a challenge in which you escort a cargo plane was also cut from the Flight School update. Different breeds of dogs and horses were all things removed before the release of the game, although we do still see a Labrador-looking dog in one of the missions, and in addition to the model for Chop that we already have. The Mount Chiliad State Wilderness was originally going to be much larger and would even have redwood trees, for which there's actually a picture on screen now. The Grand Sonora Desert was once supposed to be much bigger than it is now. The ULSA campus in Richmond was once also going to be the Los Santos Elementary School, which is actually shown in Sue Murray's election campaign. But it was changed probably due to the lack of kids in GTA, which makes entire sense, and it would probably have been better to have a more lifelike campus, or sports campus, with adults on it more so than it would have been to have an elementary school with nobody in it. Now, a lot of the trees like you can see on screen now around the Vespucci Beach area are also removed from the Xbox 360 and the PS3 versions. This is most likely due to the limited RAM on them, but they could quite likely be added back into maybe the next gen and the PC versions of the game. I'd like to see that as it just makes it have a lot more dynamic vibe with all of the leaves floating around, and I think that would be really cool. Many weapons ranging from a shovel, a wrench, an axe, a fire extinguisher, and a rope, all the way to a Zippo lighter, were removed from the game, but they may come back as DLC in the future. It's also quite likely that we could be seeing some of these cut weapons that come back as additions to the next gen and the PC versions of GTA 5, as it is announced that they will be containing exclusive weapons that we don't already have on these gen versions, so I'll be sure to keep you updated on anything I hear about that. So there is still many more cut items, missions and just various changes to the map and the overall game that were never added to the final build of GTA 5, but I don't have time to cover all of that, so maybe I will in future videos if you guys would like to see that. So be sure to go and leave a comment down below telling me what in this list you would most like to have seen in the final version of the game that we don't already have. I'd love to hear some of you guys' thoughts and opinions, so be sure to go and leave a comment down there right now. And also leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it, as it really would show your support, and subscribe for more GTA 5 online news, next gen talks, and much more. So, thank you guys all very much for watching. My name has been Flair, signing out.